So hello, Novabug here again, and yeah, I'm in the same clothes and in the same garden, and if you watched my last video you know what I'm talking about, but there we go. Nintendo, they've been busy bees, haven't they? So we've basically said the Wii U's gone, that's it. It'll probably be discontinued probably at the middle of 2017, end of 2017, something like that. We haven't heard any more news about any more games, so that's that. NX due sometime middle of 2017, which is what I predicted, by the way. If you go back in my previous videos, that's what I said. Well, I didn't talk about much about the NX, but that's what I did say. But what we have got is Nintendo pulling an absolute masterstroke with a surprise, and a surprise for me certainly, with Pokemon Go. Pocket Monsters on the go, if you will. So you've got loads of people doing this, staring at their phones, wandering aimlessly around like fucking zombies. It's like something out of the apocalypse, it seems, following GPS tracking. Oh, gotta get that monster, gotta get that monster. So I suppose that's you could be the pessimistic view of it. But let's be honest, people have been doing that on their mobile phones for quite some time now. I mean, as a bus driver, there's people who've been walking out in front of me, staring at Facebook, with plugs in their ears, totally oblivious to the world. It's surprising not more deaths are attributed to Android, BlackBerry and Apple. But they seem to be, you know, well, not BlackBerry so much, but... Anyway, so Pokemon Go, I've got a bit of appreciation for it, I've got to admit that. It's a clever move by Nintendo. When I first heard the news that they were going to put one of their IPs on mobile platforms, it kind of doesn't fit what Nintendo normally do. And there was a lot of chat about it, and a lot of people made different comments on what they were going to do and what games, what IPs they were going to put across. And the fact they did it with Pokemon, and the fact they've used the GPS thing, and they've used this augmented reality kind of thing, it's very kind of clever. It's extremely simple. Really, really simple. There's not much to it. It's a rather brainless game. I mean, like any Pokemon, it's the same old shtick. You walk around a map, and you find a Pokemon, and you catch the Pokemon, and then you train the Pokemon, and that's basically what all the games are about. But in Pokemon Go, you're actually walking. So they're pulling the sort of same trick they did with the Wii originally. They're getting people up gaming, but moving at the same time. And Pokemon Go sort of epitomises that, because it gets you out and about. It might make you walk into a bus, or, you know, walk into something. But at least it's doing that. It's getting people out and about, and it's a very social thing. I downloaded it for my daughter to play, and yeah, we had a good time. We went down to a department store and found Pokemon in the department store, and then you had the staff saying, "Oh, there's a Squirtle somewhere around here," and then I think when we were checking out, the assistant manager says, "Oh, there's a Pikachu in the office." Well, it's no bloody good to us if it's in the office, is it? I mean, you know, are they going to, employ my daughter? Not so. But it's kind of amazing that you got that kind of response, especially when it's only been out for, a couple of weeks, if that. There are drawbacks with it. Let's just say it's fun for what it is, and it's great for Nintendo. On a business point of view, it's amazing for them. So hats off to you. The ethics of it, you can debate for yourself. I'm not going to go into that. But... the problems I have with it, what are this zombified walking around thing, and obviously these strange stories that have come out about people getting shot over it because they're distracted with their phone, and then more comical stories about a Pokestop being a dogging point. Here's a clip of the article. I know it's from the Sun, so it's it's up to you whether you want to believe that or not. But it's kind of a funny story, it really is, and so it's kind of funny in a warped way that you got kids going, kids and teenagers swarming to an unknown dogging stop. It's crossing boundaries there. Not the sort of thing I think Nintendo were anticipating. But it's a phenomenal worldwide phenomenon, and it absolutely kills your battery on your mobile, though. I have noticed this. I think my missus has a... I was using my missus's phone, and she has an LG. Normally has great battery life, but it's I think within 3 hours it had gone from 80% down to 20%. The battery was nearly dead. So it really does kill, especially when you have the app always on and it's vibrating at you when a Pokemon is nearby. It kind of reminds me of Tamagotchi in a way, where it's something you've got to keep track of if you want to keep doing it. And like I said before, it's like what Nintendo... I was going to say before, sorry. It's like what Nintendo did with the Wii. It got you up and about and gaming at the same time. So in that respect, it's kind of interesting. It's kind of fun. I've got a smile on my face about it. But there's a lot. I think it's a fad. It's going to phase out very, very soon. So on that respect, well done, Nintendo. Good job. You don't have to worry about the Wii U or the delayed release of the NX, because you've got Pokemon Go's revenue to fall back on, especially with all the microtransactions, which is a bugbear of every bloody game nowadays, it seems, unless they're retro games. But the other thing they've been doing, and they're going to be releasing, is something that I'm really interested in. It's something I'll probably buy. Now, I made a previous video about not buying any more gaming machines. What I was referring to was modern gaming machines, and particularly I was talking about the NX, and I don't think I'll buy it. But that may change, you never know. But I might buy this or have it bought for me as a present, and that's the classic mini NES. I think it's a great idea, a really clever thing to do. We see clone consoles of the NES 10 a penny everywhere. And emulation blocks as well, like the Retron series and stuff like that. And of course, emulation software for the PC. But this is something that is officially built and made and manufactured and produced by Nintendo. And it looks exactly like an original NES entertainment system. It fits in the palm of your hand, apparently, with 30 built-in games, HDMI output, and a original NES rectangle controller, which is all good for me. I like that. As a retro gamer, I think that's fantastic. And when you look at the game lineup on the system, terrific. You can't fault that. Zelda 1 and 2, Mario 1, 2 and 3, Castlevania 1 and 2, Excitebike, Balloon Fight. There's so many. Mega Man 2, man. And you know that the emulation is going to be probably 99.9% spot on. Clearly Nintendo haven't made a miniaturized hardware in the box. They haven't done that. They've obviously put some, something akin to a Raspberry Pi or something along those lines, and emulated the NES inside it. But since it's Nintendo, you've got to think that surely they're going to get that pretty much 100% on. People have been moaning about the fact that it doesn't have a cartridge slot. It's a bit small, really, but then to play original NES games on. And it doesn't have an SD card slot either, so you could put more ROMs into it. I can see their frustrations. I can understand that. I can also understand Nintendo's viewpoint on that. They want to sell, obviously, their old school classic games on the Virtual Console and the Wii U and 3DS, and of course possibly the NX as well. It's more 100% likely, nearly, that the NX is going to have the Virtual Console on it. So they don't want to damage that revenue. From a business point of view, you can understand that. From a fan's point of view, yeah, it's a bit of a shit kicker. It really is. But I don't know. It's one of those things where you look at one half of the argument and go, yep, that's fair enough, and look at the other side of the argument and go, yeah, that's fair enough too. So whether they did or whether they didn't, maybe if there was an add-on that you could put into it that would sort of like subsidise the cost of losing the revenue on the Virtual Console, maybe that would have worked. Because Nintendo have normally done that. They've made loads of add-ons and peripherals to go with things. So maybe they could do that. There's no reason why they can't, because the controller input is the Wii U, not the Wii U, sorry, the Wii controller socket type. So it's not the original sort of funny shaped 7-pin NES controller connector. That's a bit of a shit, because you can't, if you got original NES controllers, you can't use that. Again, they can make an adapter. There's no reason why they couldn't. So maybe in the future they could make an adapter to plug into that, or I don't know whether it's got a USB. That's one thing I don't know about it. I should have really discovered that before. I know it's got HDMI out. If it had a USB, then there's no reason why you couldn't put an SD card adapter onto it and then add ROMs that way. Or maybe an external hard drive to add extra ROMs. Who knows? But I like it. It's a neat little thing. It's a nice little collector's item, and I probably will get one, because when these things come up, I don't really buy into them. I didn't buy into the Retron 5 or any of the other Retron series. I don't buy into the JXD. It's not really what I want as a hardcore gamer. Now, you know, if you like that kind of stuff, fair play to you. I'm not going to hold anything against you on that. No, I wouldn't do it. I don't do that kind of thing. Anyone's free game, fair game to anyone, however they want a game. But for me personally, I would like that. I would like some way to experience the traditional way of doing it through that. And this is the reason why I like this so much, because it feels and looks more traditional. It's made by the people that made the original, and I like it. I have this. I am a Nintendo person, as you know, so I have this kind of, I have a warm glow about the Nintendo Classic Mini. So that was almost like the Novabugs Nintendo news is here. I didn't see anybody walking around, because there were some strangers walking around here looking for Pokemon. So if any of them walk around, please tell me in the comments if they did. But anyway, thank you for watching this retro waffle, and I haven't done one for a while, so I had to get it out. Ooh, that sounds very rude. Won't do that again. Cheers. And Novabug, I don't know why I keep looking down there. I'm going for my can. I missed it. Novabug, out. Well done, Big N.